Okay, sorry I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I'm going to walk you through basics on milling and different things you might want to do using inkscape and sheetcam for milling. So this part here, we're going to contour cut this star out, but we're going to pocket this the square into it and cut this circle all the way through. So one thing you notice is I didn't bother cutting these out in the software because we're going to move stuff to different layers. So there's really no need to do that. Uh, I've already got this file saved. Okay, so I'm going to go to sheetcam, go to file, new part. Okay, select our part. I'm going to bring this in centered on 0, 0. You might want to still just do it like you've always done it, just going off of your lower left-hand corner. But when we bring this in, you're going to see it only has one layer. We're going to change that. But before we get into that, we want to make sure that you go File, Open Toolset, and bring in your milling tools. Okay. Also go to Options, Machine, Post Processor, and make sure you have your post processor set for your milling. Okay. And what we're going to do from there, we're going to go to Edit Contours. We're going to move things to different layers so we can do different operations. Okay. I'm going to move this circle to a layer. I'm going to call that Hole. Okay. Then the square, I'm going to move to a layer. I'm going to call that Pocket. Okay. And we're going to leave the outside where it is. Okay. So we're going to go to Operation. Now, before I even get into that, this circle, depending on your bit size and the size of the hole, if you were doing a contour cut on this, it would leave a little slug in the center if the bit wasn't wide enough to knock that out. But what the problem is, if you do that, that piece breaks loose and it can break your bit when it does. So you may want to do a pocket for this. That way it goes down and totally eats that up instead of having a little slug at the end. That way there's no chance of breaking the bit, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to Operation Pocket. I'm going to select my layer hole. Okay. I'm going to do, I've got this set up like I'm doing 1/4 inch. So I've got 0.27 material thickness, which is a little deeper in the material. But I'm just going to put my cut depth 10 thousandths deeper than the thickness as well. Okay. So I'm just going to hit OK. Now that does its pocket on that. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Operation Pocket. I'm going to select my layer Pocket. Okay. But I want to only go 1/8 of an inch on that one. Hit that. Now you can see it created a path. I'm going to Operation Contour Cut because we're going to set it to do the outside. Okay. So this one, we want to go to full depth, but we want to go to Start Cut, Holding Tabs, make sure our holding tabs are set up right. So I got these at 1/8 inch wide, 1/8 inch thick. Hit OK, and then it'll create our tool path for that. You see, there are no tabs yet. Okay. So we got to go click on our layer that we want to do the tabs on, and hit Edit Tabs, and then we can slide over and place our tabs where we want. Okay. So now that I'm done with that, um, what we want to do is go to Simulate, and we want to verify that this is going to do it how we want it to do it. Okay. So one thing we want to look for, seeing our hole is going all the way through, this contour cut's going all the way through, but we can see this is not as deep, so it's definitely only doing a pocket. Also, we can see our holding tabs that are not going to be cut out, so this piece will not just go flying when it's done. Okay, so this is the basic on the software. We can see that is going to take just over 4 minutes, so 247 seconds. You just want to pay attention how long it's going to take. See our cut depths and stuff as we're going. I mean, I put this at 1,000% because I can do it quicker, but you may want to slow it down so you can actually see everything. Then when you're done with this, take this out to your machine. You're going to either set your 0 one of two ways. Either A, you're going to take a piece of paper, set that on top of your material, jog the z-axis down real slowly, and just keep sliding the paper back and forth till you feel it just get a little drag where it's touching the bit. If that's good. Zero out your z-axis, go up, take the sheet of paper out, that'll have your z height. Or if you have a touch probe, you want to set that in there, clip that onto your bit, hit the probe, have it probe down and touch that, then set your z-axis height to the thickness of the probe. Uh, and then in that case, pull the probe out, unhook your wire, and you're good. But that would wire in place of your floating head switch. Okay, so uh, since we've got our post processor and our tools all set up, I can just do our operation here. Okay, so now we're going to see that this does G20. I'm in inches. Got my spindle speed set, which if you're using a router, spindle speed's not going to do anything for you. Uh, Depending on which machine you have and whatnot, you could be controlling your spindle speed in the software. So you have a spindle. So that's what it is.